What's going on, guys? This is Moonchild, a dude no way, and today I got a PvE build for every class that alters your fate and gives you godlike power. Whether you're a Titan, Hunter, or Warlock, Stasis is one of the strongest subclasses, and in this video I'm going to show you some exotics and mods you can combine together to make yourself the most valuable member of your fireteam. To bend the universe to your will, the first thing you want to grab is the Traveler's Chosen. This sidearm was introduced after Solstice of Heroes 2020, and for ability regeneration, it's hands down the best exotic in the game. When you get a kill, you're going to get a buff on the left side of your screen called Gathering Light. This sticks around till you die and can stack up to 10 times. When you hold down the reload button, it's going to consume the buff and give you 10% of all of your abilities for every stack you had. Use this against red bar enemies to pick up a few quick kills, then hold reload and watch your space magic come off cooldown faster than you've ever seen before. The fact that this gives you grenade, melee, and class ability energy is insane, and top tier among exotics in Destiny 2. Traveler's Chosen is the backbone of the ability engine you're going to use to alter the fate of your fireteam. To build on that, we're putting double bomber on our class item and slotting the fragment Whisper of Durance. Whisper of Durance makes your slow effects last longer and extends the duration of your Duskfield grenade. The slow effect on its own makes enemies nearly useless, and if they stand in the Duskfield for more than a second or two, they're getting frozen. When you double slot bomber, using your class ability takes 14 seconds off the cooldown of your grenade. Between the slow effect debuffing the enemy, the freezes for insane crowd control, and the buff to your ability cooldowns from Traveler's Chosen, you're effectively manipulating every engagement you get into. When your teammates shatter a big group of guys and start talking about how good they are, don't remind them it was you who threw the Duskfield grenade and froze them all in the first place. Let them go on thinking they did something while you keep pulling the strings in the background. No matter what class you are, to take that power fantasy a step further, you want to put on the aspect that ends in the word harvest. The first part of the name is different depending on what class you play, and I want to take this moment to apologize for how many times the word harvest is about to leave my mouth. Hunters should slot Grim Harvest, Warlocks want to throw on Glacial Harvest, and Titans should put on the OG Tectonic Harvest from back when Beyond Light released. This gives everyone a way to create stasis shards that give you and your allies melee energy when you pick them up. These are going to spawn all over the map while you're doing what you already would be, and we're going to make them even better by slotting the fragments Whisper of Rhyme and Whisper of Conduction. Whisper of Rhyme says it grants a small overshield for picking up a stasis shard, but that description is selling itself woefully short. If you're low health and you walk over a shard, it acts just like healing, boosting up your health bar till it reaches full, and only then does it start turning into an overshield. With Whisper of Conduction equipped, you get a free tier of intellect for faster super cooldowns, and anytime you get close to those shards, they're gonna fly right at you. This is always active, free healing that seeks you out without you ever having to think about it. To make this build even better, we're slotting the mods Charge Harvester and Taking Charge. Charge Harvester makes any kill or assist have a stacking chance to make you charged with light. With Taking Charge on, you're getting one stack every time you pick up an Orb of Power. These two mods together make it easy to become charged, and a lot of times it's going to activate without you even realizing. Put on Powerful Friends, and now every time you get charged with light, nearby allies do too. Over the course of an activity, you'll get charged dozens of times, which means you're handing out dozens of stacks just for them walking next to you. And if that's not godlike, I don't know what is. If you're getting value out of this, like the video, because I forgot to add this part into the script and I'm ad-libbing it right now. Now that we've gone over how to get stacks of charged with light, let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing with them. To put your enemies in the ground and keep you from winding up there too, we're slotting the mods Protective Light and High Energy Fire. When something breaks your shield and puts you in red level health, Protective Light consumes your charged with light buff and gives you a 50% damage reduction. That effect lasts longer depending on how many stacks you had, and this is one of the strongest buffs in the game for keeping you alive. High Energy Fire increases your weapon damage by 20% and helps make sure you can kill things that need to die. And speaking of weapons, for this build you want to coordinate with your team and make sure you're set up to stun at least one type of champion. There are a ton of ways in the game to do that, so talk to your squad and be certain all your bases are covered. To synergize with the loadout, look for weapons with Demolitionist or Wellspring so you can get your abilities back faster. If you can afford it, make sure you masterwork them so that double kills spawn an Orb of Power for you and your allies. Believe it or not, everything we've covered so far is chump change compared to what I'm about to show you. There's an exotic that's been with us for years that blows everything else out of the water. To hit that god level power fantasy and truly alter the fate of your fire team, the perfect exotic in the game is the Aeon Gauntlets. These are the only exotic armor in Destiny 2 that's shared across all three classes. Depending on if you're a Hunter, Titan, or Warlock, your pair is going to be called Aeon Swift, Safe, or Soul respectively. This is also the only exotic in the game with its own unique mod slot, and for the deity role you want to be running the Sect of Insight. When you use a finisher on an elite or champion, it's going to spawn guaranteed ammo for your whole fire team. Yellow bar enemies are guaranteed special ammo, and anything that's boss level is going to drop your team heavy. Any champion is considered a boss, as well as large blockers in Gambit and anything with an abnormally big health pool. This exotic doesn't make ammo for you, but it does for everyone else, and the effect has no cooldown. Imagine giving your team more heavy ammo than they can even use. That's the level of power we're talking about here. With a coordinated squad, this straight up breaks the f*** out of Gambit. Your buddies are gonna have a blast using heavy like it's going out of style. They're gonna brag about how strong their build is and feel like they won. When they do, don't take the wind out of their sails by reminding them it was you who made it all possible to begin with. That's the point. You're a god after all. Let the mortals have their victory. During Season of the Splicer, these are the artifact mods you want to put on because they synergize with the loadout and let you stun those champions in higher level PvE activities. And if you want to bend the universe to your will but you don't have the Aeon gloves yet, don't sweat it, dude. Because I'm going to show you a loadout you can use to crush lost sectors and farm exotics fast, and to see it, all you gotta do is click the card on the right. Thanks for watching. I am Moonchild of Dude No Way, and I will see you in the next video.